We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Peace and greetings, soul family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. Oh my goodness. It's been a minute.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed.
So how are we feeling? How are we doing? How are we feeling? I want to get a sound check really quick before we dive into this cosmic energy that's here. I want to welcome everyone on in, no matter where in the world you're listening from. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I know the Blue Room is good. Want to check on those phone lines and make sure that you all can hear me nice, loud, and clear. How we doing? You can hear me? We're going to do a sound check. You're feeling good, but how's the sound coming through? Let's check on it. I take it that you all can't hear me, or either the response is coming in late. So if you can hear me in the Blue Room, let me know. If you're on the phone lines, because the phone lines are open, and let me give you that call-in number, 515 605 9794 is the number to call. Yeah. We're going to run this one more time while we get ourselves don't get distracted. It's a whole lot of distractions going on right now. But listen, it's been a while, and I'm just so glad to be connected with all of you. I want to say thank you for all of your love and support. And keeping the magic going with the Soul family. So welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I am your host, of course, Ms.Blue. I am the Soulful Oracle. Yeah. And for some reason, my sound keeps going out. So it's a lot going on, but I trust you all can hear me, and that's all that counts. Welcome on in. We're going to give everybody a chance to get themselves nice and situated. Welcome. My goodness. Welcome on into Planet Remix Radio. I feel like I've been around the world and back again like a couple of times. I want to say welcome in. Let's just do some shots out. But first, I have to tell you all, like, I wasn't really sure if I was going to come on and do a broadcast tonight, but I recognized the importance of the energy. And I know you felt the energy shift. If you haven't in the last couple of days, you will be feeling it as we continue to go forward, especially with the next couple of days going forward. And so I definitely wanted to touch base, check in with all of you, and let us talk about some things. Tonight is really going to be all about me connecting with you. So get on the phone lines if you have questions, if there is something coming up for you. I'm telling you, I've received massive amounts of cosmic downloads coming in, and they just kind of overwhelmed me a little bit today, to the point where I was like, okay, I'm going to do a show tonight. I'm going to do a show tonight. So it's important to connect with you all. And definitely I'm here to be of a service of that, so we can really get ourselves and keep ourselves in alignment. It's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of beautiful stuff going on, and a lot of other things that are happening at the same time. So we're riding these cosmic waves as we always do. We are riding these cosmic waves. Yeah. So we're going to really be centering this theme. And I want you to know that if you're feeling called at this particular time to come on the phone lines and listen, I'm going to put the PSA out there. We're going to talk about that because I didn't play the PSA yet, but I am going to play the PSA because, a lot of decisions are being made right now. And one of the things that I want you to hold front and center for yourself as spiritual beings on this planet, and really us understanding what the work is all about and putting aside the BS, because it's a lot of BS going on. It's like everybody's jockeying for position, jockeying for first place, jockeying to come out first. And it's causing a lot of internal turbulence. So I'm going to ask that you just kind of let all of that go for right now and be present in this moment. Set the intention that you are here so that you can get your activation, get your confirmation, get your intention in alignment, right? For me, and I know also for most of my soul family here, We live an inspired life. And when you live an inspired life, you don't have to worry about whether your life is too soft or too hard. None of that matters because you are moving off of pure inspiration. And for some of us, that may mean slowing down. Absolutely. I felt that for myself as well. Slowing down. Like literally saying, it can wait. I am focused on me. I'm focused on the immediate needs of my spirit, my soul at this time, just slowing down. Sitting in that place of stillness, really sort of getting ourselves in alignment for what is to come, for what we have ordered for ourselves in this new place of being where we're at. And I'm going to be honest, for some of you, I don't care what the world is doing. I don't care where the world focus is. It's time for you to get yourself up and do something. It's time for you to make some big moves. I don't care. I don't care if the whole world says, oh no, you don't need that job, or you don't need to move, or you don't need to change where you're living, and you don't need to be trying to get that business going, or you don't need to be working on that project that keeps you up at night and you feel your soul calling you. You need to do it. So I need us all to recognize that this journey that we're on, even though we're sharing the pathways together, we're all in our own unique alignment. And what may be good for me may not be good for you. Some of you have been putting in the work for years and years. And if you are looking around in your internal landscape, looking around in your external landscape, and that is not a reflection of what you've been doing, then don't stop. This is not the time to slow down. This is not the time to turn around and give up. This is not the time to say, I'm going to take a break. This is the time to get up. Get up. And you got to stop planning. Leave the plans alone. You got to get you a strategy. One that's going to move you forward and keep you in your divine alignment. That's what you got to do. And for the rest of you who have been moving fast on a train going nowhere, in the wrong direction, and not because anyone says the direction is wrong, but you feel it in your heart and your mind. Things are not at ease. You feel like your life is in despair. Oh no. These are signs letting you know that you have fell prey to the matrix and someone else's reality for you. And that's okay, because it can happen. We are living in this 3D world, and it's a little tricky out here in these streets, whether we're talking about digital streets or whether we're talking about physical streets. And if you have fallen prey and stepped into someone else's dream, then what you must do, what you have to do, is stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing and start over. and start over. If you feel twisted, if you feel lost, if you feel betrayed, if you feel sad or angry, oh, my dear one, you have fell deep, deep into the matrix, and it's time to come out. You can activate your own reality. And that's where you're going to find all of your greatness. You're going to recognize who you are, and you're going to recognize what you're creating. And you're going to stop creating what you no longer want to be a part of. But it all starts with you. So that's my intro message for us here on Planet Remix. Welcome on in, everyone. So good to be back in this seat. So good to be back connected with the Soul family. We're going to listen to the PSA because that's important to do. And I definitely want to invite you all that is joining us. Let's get those likes up, especially if you're in the Blue Room. I'm going to give you those cosmic directions so you can find your way on over and join us in the Blue Room. You're going to come on over to YouTube. And when you come over to YouTube, you're going to type in Blue, B-L-U-E, and then Raz, R-A-S, and then Berry, B-E-R-R-Y, right? And that's going to get you locked in. We also have the moderators in the building. Want to give a big shout out to all of Planet Remix moderators in the house tonight. I believe Dante is in the building. Lola Falana is also one of the moderators, as well as Lance, and the whole Planet Remix family is in the building as well too. And they are going to, let's see, we gonna help you out tonight. We gonna help you out because we ain't got time to play. This is the time that so many souls are waking up on the planet. We've been receiving major downloads, major waves coming into the planet at this particular time. And so many people are going to be waking up. But besides for them waking up, so many activations are going to be happening, and they're happening within you, within each and every single one of you. These gamma rays that we have, these solar flares that are happening, these CMEs, you know, Earth is taking its procession, I guess you can call it, of ascension. And we are going through our evolution of that as well. But here's something I want you to know. It's not by osmosis. So don't think because there is massive CMEs, more than we've had in the last 10, 20 years, coming on to planet Earth, that all of a sudden you're going to wake up with this newfound consciousness that's just going to go like that, ta-da, and all is well. You still are operating under universal laws, and under those universal laws, you have the opportunity to say whether or not you want to accept these upgrades, these downloads, and ultimately do the work for the activation. It doesn't happen by osmosis. And just because you can internally read your code and know that you have this activation in you, if you do not execute on these things and you do not stay in alignment with your soul's calling, it still will add up to nothing. And I want to make that very clear. There is no shortcuts. And you shouldn't want a shortcut when it comes to you. There is no shortcut. You will be doing your work. But if it is something that you truly love, right? And of course, you should truly love you, then it's not work at all. It's a part of your beingness. Because every single person who is here, there is a divine purpose. There is a higher state of being. There's a divine purpose for why we are here, why you have chosen out of all the times that you may have been here on planet Earth. You have chosen a time such as now to be alive on planet Earth. It's a reason. It's an absolute reason. And sometimes we go through these reasons very fast. And we want the reason to be what we say the reason is, one of our three minds, because we have literally three minds in operation, or three brains in operation, attempting to lead us, instead of allowing our higher self, our intuitive self, to really be guiding us, navigating us through this experience. So we're going to be talking about that, and I'm quite sure there's a ton of people on the phone lines. We're going to be navigating through this and really, really touching on these points of how to activate your reality. Activate it. It's there in front of you, but have you activated your new reality? Because truth be told, we are stepping through portals, and we are stepping through gateways, and we are traveling through dimensions. And with every decision we are making, it is changing the reality as we know it, as we know it. And how active are you in your creations? This is a question I would love for you to ponder around in your mind. This is the question. This is the question. And it's going to be totally different for all of us. And I personally know that this is what makes this experience so different. Because many of us may have to do certain things, while some of us don't have to do any of those things. For our activation, to raise our consciousness, to transform our DNA. So don't get so arrogant that you think that this is a one-way process, because it's not. And a lot of that was by design, by your own blueprint of you coming to Earth. This is why you can look around, and we live in different parts of the world, and we come from certain cultural backgrounds, and we also come from different spiritual backgrounds, and why some of us are vegetarian and why some of us are vegan, while others choose a carnivore life. And as much as I want to tell you all of that is matter, it doesn't necessarily matter. It doesn't. But your divine blueprint will tell you what is the matter for you. Some of us have to go through some of these schools of thought. So be very careful about judging somebody because of their preference or their personal beliefs or what walk in life they are choosing to take that may seem backwards to you, but their soul is calling them to do it at this particular time. Maybe they need to take a path in a particular school of thought, in order for them to get their understanding, their activation, or to complete the work that they started last time they incarnated on the planet. Maybe they need to eat food that nourishes more of their physical body because of how they run their energy through their body, and they cannot, under no circumstances, afford to allow their conscious mind to disrupt the program that they have set forth for themselves in a higher frequency. But someone else who may have already set a program up for themselves coming to the planet may have to sort of take a step back and go into something a little bit more traditional first before they accelerate themselves forward and do the work that they came to do and continue in this lifetime. It could be that you're taking a step back, you're taking a step, what some would call back, but you're taking a step in a different direction and you're sort of moving in a different direction. You're learning a certain discipline because maybe that is the place where you are going to meet the love of your life. And maybe it's not designed for you to stay in that place, but the only way you two can connect is through that divine portal. Maybe you need to go to college because there is a part of your development that was missed either in this lifetime or in a past lifetime, and you need to exercise that portion of your brain in order for you to be able to bring your super consciousness online the way that it needs to come online so that you can create, you can develop, and you can discover or bring something to this lifetime that has never been here. So the call would be to action for all of us here is don't rush to judgment on yourself, more importantly, and don't rush to judgment of others. We don't really personally have time for any of that at this particular time. Because right now, all the souls on planet Earth are really attempting to get in alignment. So I'm reading some of the comments in the chat room. If I didn't go to college, I wouldn't have found Planet Remix. There you go. I love it. And so many different things in our lives. So stay true to you, stay true to your path, and allow others to stay true to theirs. Because at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, that's what matters. That's what matters. And love is the only thing that is real. So, this is what I want you all to do. I want us to definitely get those likes up and definitely send those invites out. If you know someone who would be interested in listening, pass the show on. You can screenshot it. You can post it on your social. Yes, I'm going to ask you. I don't ask you guys for too much, but that's what I want you to do. We need to get these likes up so that our soul family can find us. And this is one of the ways through hitting that like button. If you haven't subscribed, I want to invite you to subscribe here to Planet Remix. And yeah, check us out for a while, especially if you are enjoying the vibes that you're feeling right now. So the Blue Room is open. The phone lines are open. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. Once you get on the phone lines, press 1. Once you press 1, it's going to let me know that you are on the phone lines and you want to talk to me, Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. I also want to tell you all to do this. Definitely the other thing that I would love for you to do if you're in the Blue Room, because I want to give some shouts out to the Blue Room. And in the Blue Room, if you're in the Blue Room, tell us where you're from, what city, what state, what college. Did I say college? That's because college is floating around in the atmosphere right now. But what city, what state, what country you are representing in the building? We're going to listen to the PSA because we need to definitely do that. And let's see. Let's see. All right, we're going to listen to the PSA. Let's see if we can get it out. Greetings, everyone. Hi, it's me, Ms.Blue, the Oracle. Now, as you know, we are about to dive into Planet Remix. And as we get ready to get into the cipher, I do want to let you know that it is Planet Remix, and a lot of times we cover adult content. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content. And so therefore, if you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right now. And I definitely want you to get your parent or your guardian's consent before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. Ooh, you guys, oh my goodness. Yeah, so we're gonna listen to some Baby Blue. We're gonna listen to some music, and we're gonna listen to some Baby Blue in a minute. But I do want to get a shout out. Look at that 111 tuning in. See you all in the building. We got Inglewood in the house. Washington is in the house. Richmond, Virginia is here. Is that Mount Dora, Florida? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Oakland, California is in the house. York, Pennsylvania is in the building. Welcome on in. Good to see you. And where is this? In California is in the house. Welcome on in. We got H-Town, Houston in the house. Oakland is in the house. Welcome on in. Charlotte, North Carolina is in the house. NYC is in the house. Arizona is in the house. Colton, is that Colton, California is in the house. The UK is in the building. Welcome on into the UK in the building. North Carolina. Oh, I love North Carolina. In the building, welcome on in. Stockton, California is in the house. Savannah, Georgia is in the house. San Francisco in the building. Clarksville, is that Tennessee, is in the house. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. And then we have Newbie, Upper Egypt in the building. Welcome on in, Soul Family. Wow, beautiful. And let me say this, shouts out to all of our international family out there listening from all over the world. Welcome on in to Virginia in the building. We have so much of our soul family listening in from all across the world, and of course, all over the United States. More than 8 million listeners worldwide. And I thank you guys, because it doesn't matter when you listen to the downloads or the replay. I call them downloads, or you listen to the show after it's live, because it's radio show live and then it turns into a podcast. So whenever you guys are listening from all over the world, you always hit me up and share your thoughts and really let me know what's going on all over the world, like all across the world. Our last trending, let me pull this up because I always like to pull up the statistics from our last trending places where Planet Remix is trending. And it always sort of kind of really shows how expansive we are when we're hitting up. Get this, we actually moved up 5 spots. So 5 places in the category of spirituality in China. How interesting is that? Also in the Ukraine, and we want to send love out to everyone, our soul family all over the world and in the Ukraine. Hungary moved up we moved up 5 spots in China, excuse me, and 3 spots in Hungary. And also Vietnam. And also, we moved up 2 spots in Dubai. In Dubai. So, shout out to all of our family in Dubai. Cambodia, listening in. Vietnam, listening in. Thailand, listening in. Jamaica, listening in. Oh my goodness. Like the countries go on, but those are going to be the top countries. And this is based on a week to week basis. So I'm always just like in awe when I can see all of our listeners from all over the world. And when you guys send me emails, and I'm sorry, sometimes I think it's spam because sometimes the language comes over looking a little different through the email. But then once I get into the body of it, I realize. So I've been really trusting my guides to say, open that. That's a soul family member email, and I see the email in there. So I want you to know we love you all, and thank you so much for riding with Planet Remix and being a part for all of these years. Many of you, and to those of you who are new listeners, want to welcome you on in as well, and welcome you into Planet Remix and listening in. By the way, if you want to get on the phone lines and you are calling internationally, I want to give this out so that you can be connected, right? You're going to come over to blogtalkradio.com, and then you're going to put in / all one word, the remix. And that's going to take you directly to our portal for Planet Remix. And when the show is live, if you click the direct connect button, it's going to allow you, because I know that's been sort of a challenge for our international listeners around the world about how to call in. This is a way that you can actually call in and we can speak to you, and you don't have to run up your coins to do it. You can actually, we will take care of that. Your internet connection will take care of that on your end, and you can connect via the internet. So that's a beautiful thing to be able to do. So now that we took care of that, we kind of started the show off, with a nice little blast. Let's get those likes up. 118 people in the blue room alone, yet alone the rest who are listening from all over the world. I'm getting ready to go straight to the phone lines. There is a couple of announcements that I want to make. One of them is, first of all, let me say this. I want to say thank you to everyone who, how can I say? Thank you to everyone who purchased the Galactic E-Files Volume 1. Now, let me tell you what the Galactic E-Files Volume 1 is. It's the first edition of where I'm sharing with you channels, giving you information about the month prior so that you can be in proper alignment, and sharing rituals, also sharing techniques and tools that you can work with on a month-to-month basis. And Spirit had sort of put this on my heart to do a while ago. And then suddenly Spirit said, okay, enough, Blue. put it out there. And so I put it out there. Here's the thing, you guys, because many of you have asked me, when will more be available? More will be available next month. On the site that we use, there is a number, and I listened to Spirit and just kind of let that sit, and it sold out in less than 48 hours. And when people started emailing me, texting me, hitting me up, saying, they went to go try to get it and then they couldn't get it. I was traveling at the time and I was like, what are you talking about? Of course you can get it. What are you saying? They was like, no, Ms.Blue, it's saying not available. And sure enough, I went and looked and you guys showed up and showed out. And I want to say thank you so much for that. And I truly know, and I truly, it is my wish and my intention that it blesses you, because this particular month has a special divine gift that is offered to us. And if you have the galactic e-files, then you know what that is. And I want you to begin to start working with that energy so that you can do it. And I'm going to be working with this energy. I've already got the download for July and I'm working on that one. So that will come out. It will be ahead of time so that, it will be ahead of time. So you'll get it ahead of time. So while we're in the month of June, you will have it way ahead of time to start preparing yourself to be in your alignment. Lots of activations are in there, lots of information that's in there. Everything that Spirit had me channel, the downloads I receive, the rituals, the tools, the tips, everything is in there. And it's a way that I can get that information to you. You can have it, you can listen to it, and you can begin to start working with it on a day-to-day basis. So I can't thank you all enough for showing up and showing out. And I just couldn't believe 48 hours, boom, it was gone. It was gone. It was gone, but there will be more things to come. It's quite a few things that is coming up. Some things that I'm going to be doing, some things that I'll be checking in on you guys, and also seeing what we need collectively for all of ourselves. Make no mistake about it. I absolutely know that you guys who are listening in, many of you are the teachers, many of you are the coaches, many of you are the healers, and you're doing this work for many, many people that you're interacting with, including yourself. And so whatever I can do and Planet Remix can do, we can do to help support you on your journey and your path is, that's a part of the part. That's a part of the point. So no matter where your spiritual walk is, it is something here for you on Planet Remix, something here for you. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. You absolutely wouldn't be here. You wouldn't. And it brings me so much joy to share that gift with all of you. And so I thank you so much. Yes, I'm going to continue to give shouts out in the Blue Room, but I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I want to speak to each and every single one of you. So keep your eyes open. Make sure you connect with Planet Remix on Instagram. And can I say this? Listen. As we continue to move and grow up on planet Earth, the imposters, the scammers, they're going to get more clever. And so first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you for trusting your intuition and knowing when people are reaching out to you. So let me be clear. And I hate to say never, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say never. Never will I reach out to you on any social media and ask you if you want me to do a reading for you. Number one, that is not my process. That's not my process. Number two, I got a waiting list. And listen, I'm knocking it down. Y'all would be so proud of me. The waiting list was 3+ years. We are now, can we just go ahead? We are now, we are now so close, so close. We are in the 2-year mark. 2 years. I haven't seen a waiting list to 2 years in a minute. And so the waiting list is 2 years now. But here's the thing, it has freed me up. And honestly, this is why I needed some time. It has freed me up so that I can do more things. There's so many more things that I have inside of me that I would like to do, that I know Spirit is calling me to do. So many things I want to get set up, get in place, and I'm working on behind the scenes that requires my undivided attention at times. And so I needed this space to be able to do that, amongst the other things that I'm doing, and making some upgrades, making some serious upgrades that I have to keep a keen focus on in order for that to manifest. And plus, do my work, because I'm not above doing my work. Ms.Blue got her own shit she got to work on. I got work I got to do on me. That never stops. And I have to keep growing and evolving. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point, right? I have to do that as well. So, but I will have some things opening up, some more things coming. By the way, let me do this because I didn't do this yet, and I was waiting for all of us to get here. I want to ring the bell for Self-Invested and say thank you to everyone who was self-invested for this season of Self-Invested, of the Self-Invested workshop and the astrology workshop. The astrologers are out here in these streets, you guys. Hopefully, this is my wish, and I know they want this too. I will be doing some shows with bringing them on and allowing you to get up close and personal and meet them. Of course, many of you know who they are because they are a part of Planet Remix, but I really want to showcase them because they have worked really, really hard these last 2 years and sort of mastering their craft and their areas where they're proficient and where their expertise are, laying that foundation of really understanding astrology and sort of translating this very sacred and ancient art, spiritual system, because that's what it is, and so needed on this planet. So we closed out Self-Invested, and I want to say thank you to everyone from Self-Invested Workshop and the Self-Invested Astrology class, because they put in the work. We put in the work this year. And for those of you who have been sending emails about the next session of Self-Invested, typically we start that around August. So I want you to prepare yourself for that season. Don't worry, you will hear it first here on Planet Remix. Make sure you follow us on social media at the THE Remix _radio. No ... No number 2, no number 5, no number 7, none of that shit. It is the Remix _radio. That's it. Okay? And let me get back to the point I was making. I'm not reaching out to you. I'm not checking for you at 3 o'clock in the morning talking about, I got a message from your ancestors and do you want me to do a reading? I'm not doing none of that. I'm not looking for your boyfriend who ghosted you in the middle of the night on a Thursday after you all went to dinner. I'm not doing that. So I just want you all to be careful in these cosmic streets, to know that when there are spiritual leaders out here that's really putting in the work, when the light comes on, when the vibration is high, everybody is coming out the dark and they coming out the light and they trying to get a piece. They want a piece. They want a piece of it. They want to snip, snip, snap, snap here and there. They want to get some of it. They want to be a part of it. So don't let nobody trick you in these cosmic streets. I have a process. I have an email, and I want you to know all of that is available in the show notes. Email me, questionforblue@gmail.com. No, I'm not sending you to another email. I'm not doing that. I'm not asking for no Cash App. I'm not asking for no Zella, no Mela, or no Pella. I'm not asking for none of that. None of that. I'm not doing any of that. And I'm certainly not hitting you up, asking you, can I give you a reading, when I got a ton load of people that I got to get to, and many more than that. So I want you to understand that that is not there. And here's the thing. Here's the real challenge, because you guys have been so good. And I want to say thank you to everybody, because y'all been screenshotted. And when I say, okay, no, it's not me, thank you for trusting your intuition. You guys are like, bet. I knew it wasn't you. I just kind of wanted confirmation. I'm good with that. Okay. And I'm glad that you're blocking, and I'm glad that you're reporting. But here's the thing that social media is going to tell you. Because, see, we live in a world where anything is possible. They're going to tell you that don't go against our community guidelines. So what does that tell you about that community? They ain't got none. They don't have any guidelines. None that benefits you. None that you're included in. None that they care about. So that means that you got to activate your reality. You got to protect the communities and the people that you're connected to. When someone is following me, and I know that the person that I'm following back is not doing this, I'm blocking and I'm reporting. Period. I already know it's not. But here's something I want to challenge you all on. Get involved with people you're connected to. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, Ms. Blue, you don't be liking my posts. You don't be commenting. I can't do everybody. But I do try to get as many of you when it comes down my feed, when I have the chance to get there. Now, what you wouldn't want is for me to have somebody else do that and pretending to be me. Because to me, that's the same. That's the same thing as if I have somebody else running my social media, that's the same as somebody pretending to be me. I don't care what level I get to, and believe you me, I will get there. I don't think I ever would be down with someone else handling that for me. I like to be hands-on, intimate, personal with you guys. And so sometimes I don't see it. Sometimes because of the algorithm, it just doesn't come down. But if you're active, if you are active with the people you connect with and care about, you ain't got to worry about nobody sliding in your DMs with no, hocus pocus. Because you're going to automatically know that this ain't real. Because all you got to do, if you question it, go back and check the post. Did you like the post? Did you comment under the post? Because you would know right away. You don't see your comment under there. You don't see where you said your thoughts, what you were feeling underneath the post. Then you automatically know this is not real. And so because the door to the spiritual realm is open wide. Listen, the fourth dimension is open so wide. And I'm not going to say that's a bad thing or a good thing, but it's open so wide. So now everybody is hopping on the spiritual train. But I told you guys this like 12, 13 years ago. This is going to be the new sexy. You got doctors, lawyers, teachers, preachers. You got everybody quitting their job to become a mystic, to become a sage, to become a healer, to become an astrologer. And that may very well be maybe 60% of their calling, but the other 30 is looking at that almighty dollar, because this is becoming a multi-billion-dollar industry. It is surpassing all other industries. It has taken over the place of the music industry. At one time, the music industry used to lead the way in entertainment. I guarantee you that ain't true no more. It's spirituality. So you're going to find a rapper who could pull a tarot card for you. You're going to find a dancer that could do healing on you. You're going to find a doctor who could do heart surgery. But guess what? He can also do Reiki on you. You understand? And so you have to be able to trust your intuition, use your discernment, because everybody who can speak your language, everyone who can even understand your spiritual language, your soul language, is not necessarily authentically evolved. You understand what I'm saying? Because I wrap my hair up and I throw a third eye on me, or I'm walking around in a colored outfit, it does not mean that I have the same level of understanding. Because I got locks in my hair, or because I'm a vegan or a vegetarian, that doesn't mean that I have evolved my soul. Upgrades, activations, downloads is a matter of choice. And here's another thing. Don't forget, you're the creator. And I love social media, because without social media, I would not have connection with you all. So it's a blessing. Don't get me wrong. But use discernment. You putting all your good shit out on the internet, and you got these non-creative people jacking your shit. And then they're standing on a stage in front of thousands of people repeating you word for word. And you looking around trying to figure out, am I in the matrix? Yes, baby. Yes, baby. You in the matrix. Because I sat on YouTube and watched somebody else in a quote unquote another form repeat a whole damn show that me and Brother Bilal did word for word, and told that shit like they were born with it. Now, who's to say? Maybe they got the same channel. Maybe. But I'll tell you what my intuition tells me, or you came across some information. And because you had a platform that's a little bit bigger, that's a little bit wider, you took it and you ran with it. But that's okay. But I want you to be conscious of what you're putting out there just to get the like. You know, there used to be a saying, and that saying was, don't keep following the river, because we're trying to go to the ocean. Because see, if you keep playing with the river, you're never going to get to the ocean. You need to make sure you understand where you're going. Have a vision for your future. And I'm not telling you to live in fear mode. I'm not telling you to be scared. But you got to recognize that there's many different people who are listening to you when we are inside these vortex and we're inside of these portals. And yes, they are protected. I will give you a fail-proof method so you can understand this when we wrap back around. But then you got some people who are only listening so they can go out, take what you said, swish that shit up, and put it back out as if they said it without an ounce of credit coming back to you. Matter of fact, they're going to try their best to stay away from you because they don't want nobody to know that that's who they're tapping into. Now, don't get me wrong. This has been going on for a long time. But I want you to be conscious of that. During COVID, I don't know if we can say that, but when Roro was out here, and all of a sudden, everybody who were entertainers, actors, celebrities, not everyone, because some of them are woke, some of them are wide awake, some of them been more awoke than me. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. They started coming up with these fantastic ideas. Yeah, because they was on social media taking your shit. And then they were presenting it to the world like they came up with these fantastic ideas. Energy is real, and you better start knowing who you are. But here's the thing that I need you to understand. Don't be scared. Be aware. Because the energy always has to return to the originator. It has to go back to its origin. It's like salmon trying to swim upstream. So sometimes I'm laying in the bed and I'll feel a burst of damn energy come in. And I just say to the Most High, thank you. Because see, you returned something back to me that somebody else thought was theirs. But once you activate your reality, you will have discernment on how you're moving in these cosmic streets, how you're riding these waves in these cosmic streets. Gone are the days of us giving our knowledge and our information for someone else to be our caretaker. We're able to take care of our own creativity, our own manifestations, our own inspirations. You have to be able to do that. And a part of doing that means you can't keep your ass on social media doing it. I'm just saying. Because that is a breeding ground for bottom feeders. A breeding ground for it. And they will feed off of you. And if you ask them for a penny, it will be a ghost town. Nobody want to show up. They're just there to feed. And I know you all are getting powerful downloads. And you're working on some incredible things to put out into the world, whether you think they are or not. Make sure that alongside of you creating, that you're using your intuition and you are truly invested into activating your reality, because that's going to determine how you show up. And you don't have to talk about it. I don't talk about it. You know, someone asked me one time about something and asked me if I needed to, you know, did I ever have to, you know, like serve somebody some papers for stealing my stuff? See, it's a difference between you being inspired, because inspiration is going to lead you to pay your respects. That's inspiration. When you can pay respect, that's inspiration. But somebody just taking something that's yours and claiming it as their own, I said, I really haven't seen anybody that I really needed to go after. Not like that. Not like that. But rest assured, it doesn't mean that my shit ain't copyrighted. My shit is copyrighted. All of it. This voice you hear, this face you see now, copyrighted. Written words, spoken words, music, sayings, all of that. That know your magic, all of that. Ben had it copyrighted. I don't have to tell nobody. Trademark. I don't have to tell you that. I don't have to put that out there. But if you push it, oh, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Every word in every class, every workshop, every show, if someone is playing it, using it, know that somehow I gave them the blessing to do so. The blessing to do so. So I'm telling you all this because I see it happening. I see you working hard on stuff, and I see you doing things. And yes, we want to build our community, so there is a part of us that comes out, but I also want you to be aware of what's happening. And don't be afraid to put your own work in. I think that's the best respect for somebody. I consider myself to be a person doing the work. I'm doing the work. Like nobody gave me nothing. I started in the dirt and worked my way up. I didn't go somewhere and someone said, ta-da, here you go. Here's 1,000 people. Just take them. Do whatever you want to do with them. Nope. And I'm not saying that has to be everyone's path, because I like to think that if you're truly a part of Planet Remix, we're soul family and we should support each other. So if there's someone in Planet Remix that's doing some great work, we need to support each other. But know that that is a blessing. Like, don't take that shit for granted. I don't take any of you for granted. I don't take the connection for granted, and it's real to me. So sometimes I will get a little emotional with you. I will get with you like your big sister that loves you, that will die for you, because it is that way for me. And I know a lot of people say, oh, no, you don't need to be that personal. Just do the work and move on. I don't work like that. Love is real for me. It's not real on payday. It's not real on the 1st and the 15th. It's not real when I have a project. If it was, I wouldn't be here. I've been here for over 15 years. You know how many Saturdays? Talk about date night. You know how many Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays I've given to my love? And outside of my family, which y'all are my soul family, this is my love. I love it. And I love you guys. Even sometimes when y'all are getting on my nerves. Because that happens too. But I truly love you, and I truly love this work, and I know y'all love it too, because some of y'all have been closer to me than some of my siblings, my own siblings and family. I don't play about y'all, and I know y'all don't play about me. And at the same time, when y'all are on y'all ish, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out. And no one has pissed me off. This is the message for today so that you can be aware of what's going on, because people got a lot of game with them. I know life is a game, but people got a lot of game. And sometimes they think you can't see them for real, for who they really are, what their real intentions are, what they really trying to do. And as my mother would say, my, what a tangle web we weave when we try to deceive. I don't want nobody getting caught up in these webs out here, because there's some traps out here. And I'm not talking about trap music. It's some real traps out here. So, we're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. It's a whole lot of going on in these cosmic streets. A lot of beautiful things going on. But I don't know. I like to play. I like to have fun. But I'm not here for the... I don't even know if I can say the word. I'm not here for the effery. I'm not about that life. I'm not about that. I'm just... I don't know. I got better things to do. I can laugh. I can shake my ass. I can go, By the way, can I tell y'all something? I made some vegan corn muffin. Vegan, vegetarian, corn, cheese muffins that was out of this world. If anybody cares, I can send you a picture. If anyone cares, it came out amazing. I was so proud of myself. It was like the first time I made it. So fluffy, and I put some honey on them. They was out of this world. Made some of that. We got to talk about something else. Something else real important. Real important before I get too beside myself. Happy Memorial Day. Ashe to the ancestors, and happy Memorial Day. I'm going to send y'all a picture. Like, literally, I'm going to send you a picture. Like, in a minute, I'm going to send y'all a picture. Let me look on my camera. Okay, this is this cat climbing on my gate. Okay, happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. I want us to pause. Anybody here celebrate Memorial Day? Let me know. You want me to send, Lola Falana said, send the recipe, not the picture. I know that's right. Lola said, I got a vision. Just send me the recipe. So, how many people here celebrated Memorial Day? Just let me see by those of you in the blue room. Who celebrated it? Yes, you lit a candle. Yes, your uncle and your dad was a soldier. Beautiful. Today is your grandma's birthday. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Happy Born Day. Happy Born Day to everybody celebrating a Born Day in the month of May. I don't think I've been on in May. So happy Born Day to everyone celebrating a month a day. Military parents, I see that. Check this out. Let me give you guys some backstories on Memorial Day. And I'm going to share this channel with you that I got. I was laying in the bed. Technically, I was asleep because I was in the astro realm. Walked through this damn portal. And listen, let me tell y'all something. Got a whole bunch of information in the ancestor realm. And I really didn't realize Memorial Day had come so quick. And here's the interesting thing I want to tell you about Memorial Day that I didn't know before this channel. And I'm not going to go into the whole channel because that'll take up the whole night. And I need to talk to you guys. I said I wasn't going to be on here long, but we know how it goes when family gets together. But let me tell you this. Memorial Day actually, yes, it is about our servicemen and women who have served. This is true, but I want to take you back to its origin, its essence. Memorial Day really was started by Native African Americans. I say that a little different because of some of the information they gave me on Memorial Day. This was started by Native Americans. This is what Memorial Day was started by. So this whole, hokumology they taught us in school about whatever the general was, that he declared the day Memorial Day, and then back in whatever year they said it was Memorial. That's hogwash. That's not what happened. This what took place in Charleston, South Carolina. Okay? Charleston, South Carolina, which was a hub for indigenous Africans out of the diaspora who came and became native with the natives in what we now call America. But they were in Charleston. When the war was going on, and there was a whole slaughterhouse that happened in Charleston. And the slaughter that happened, they just left the bodies. They rolled out, left the bodies. It was the Native Africans to America that said, we need to give these spirits, souls, a proper burial. Follow me here, because I want to kind of give us some information if you haven't heard this, because listen, until this channel came through, I didn't really hear this. It was one man, he got up in the middle of the night. And he was actually walking, there was this popular place they would walk to. He was walking over to one of his relatives where they were staying, on the land where his relatives were staying. And as he was walking through, he said the spirits were all coming to him crying. And they all were asking for forgiveness. They were asking for forgiveness. And the forgiveness they were asking for during this time was that they weren't able to, one, defeat the cause, and they had lost their lives, right? Number two, for enslaving the Native Africans who that they had kidnapped, brought, sold, were given, whatever you want to say, who had came to Charleston, and asked could they please honor them, please, by burying them. And at first he went on to his cousin's house. He was like, nah, not doing it. But when he got to his cousin's house, he told his cousin, he said, listen, when I was walking through, now I want you to understand how primitive the world was. This is why you can't get so fixated on what you think is right. That they just left those dead bodies there and said, let the dead bury the dead. Ain't y'all heard that before? Let the dead bury the dead. They used that saying and rolled out. So after talking to his cousin said, we're going to send these souls off because these souls will come back. And when these souls come back, sound familiar? Ancient Egypt, first dynasty, second dynasty, like we can go all around the world, right? But when these souls come back, then they're going to remember and have a higher understanding of this. And it's the right thing to do. Besides, we don't want to look at their bodies. But we're not savages. We're not savages, and we're not heartless people. So they got the children together. They got the women together, and they got the men together. And first, they put all of the bodies in a particular area. And they had the children dance around in a circle, singing songs to clear the energy to send their souls off to wherever they were going. They did a going home ceremony, and they buried the bodies. And when the soldiers came by, the white soldiers came by, they were shocked and in awe and had never witnessed. Let me say again, they had never witnessed a proper spiritual procession done by people from the African diaspora. They had it in their DNA. And they stopped them and said, "What are y'all doing?" And they said, "We are doing a going home ceremony, celebration of life, giving these soldiers a proper burial." And they said, "Well, what role do the children play?" They said, "The children are the way openers. They have the first connection, the purest connection to God, to the universe, to the Most High, whatever you choose to call it." So the children sang songs so that their souls, no matter how unshattered, no matter how disgruntled they were, would leave and go into a proper place. And then the women came next. And the women began to dance. And they said, "Well, what is the dancing for?" The dancing was also to help the souls to have strength so that they can release themselves and continue on. And then the men came after, because the men were the ones shoveling over the dirt to help them go into the afterworld and to close the portal. See, when the body goes in the dirt or in the casket, and when that closes, that is closing the portal from one world into the other world, into the underworld. And so they went into the underworld. And these soldiers had never witnessed anything like it. And they went around telling everyone. And the general came because he was in awe of what he had heard. And then when he came, what he had witnessed. and said, we will crown this day as Memorial Day. So Memorial Day celebration is not just for those who served, but Memorial Day celebration is really about the Native Africans to America who created a tradition for us to honor our ancestors who had been a part of service. The honor goes to the Africans, the Native Africans of America. This honor of the proper going home celebration, this proper barrier of the bodies, and how to properly take a vessel and take that vessel and give it a proper burial. So I just wanted to share that with you because the guide came through and really just kind of broke that down to me to let me know sort of the history behind Memorial Day. And it really is about the soldier, but that's not at its essence what this day is about. It's about honoring those of service. But as the translation, and depending on who translated it, they equated it to only those in the military. But it is those who were of service to those who had fallen in the military. You got me? You understand now, right? You understand? You understand? Because these Native African Americans were not fighting the war. They were not military service members. They were people of service, of a higher calling of service. Yeah. So yes, I think it's important that we do pay homage to those who are of the military service. But this is really a time that you celebrate those individuals who are Native African in your life who are of service. We should be honoring all of our ancestors who are of service. And now in this time, in the new world, that comes from all the colors of the rainbow that is here, that is of a higher frequency of light, that wants to be of service to the world in a point of elevation. Yeah. So that's everybody. I think it's a great thing to know the true history behind Memorial Day, because none of that is mentioned in Memorial Day. None of it. Absolutely none of it. This is a holiday of service, and I can understand, because here's the crazy thing, and I would have to go back and look, but I know this year, the earlier half of this year of coming into Memorial Day, the moon was in Virgo, and Virgo is the sign of service, of the great service. You know, now it's in Libra, but earlier it was in Virgo. When we crossed that portal on May 29th, it was in Virgo. the service. Virgo is energy is all about service to humanity and the world at large. So perfect timing. Okay, I think we're ready to go to the phone lines. We're going to listen to a little bit of Baby Blue. How we all feeling? How we all doing? Welcome on into the Blue Room. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. I'm ready to talk to you guys. I have truly missed talking to all of you. And by the way, thank you, thank you, thank you. And speaking of service, Ashe to my Uncle Mac. And thank you all for checking on me during that time, sending your love, your wishes, your thoughts, your kind words. It meant the world to me. And I thank you so much. My family thanks you so much. So let's listen to some Baby Blue.
La 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 la, the remix. Hey, this is Baby Blue. And remember, if nothing else moves you, life will.
Oh, that is so true. Say it with me. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. All right, so we're going to go to the phone lines. I'm going to hop on these phone lines. Be ready when we hop on these phone lines. And yeah, just be ready. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. Press 1 once you get on the phone lines, because once you press 1 when you get on the phone line, it lets me know. I don't want to sing, but it lets me know. It lets me know. It lets me know that it lets me know that that you are there. That you are there. Okay. All right. We're going to try to take as many calls as we can in the time that we are here together. I trust we all are feeling well. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. Listen, I got my eye on you. I see you over there. Go ahead and hit that like button. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's get it. Let's go to the caller calling in from area code 4093. 4093, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line?
Hi, my name is Juliet.
Okay.
And
Like Romeo and
I don't really
Juliet?
know what.
Like Romeo and
Yeah.
Juliet? See, you too young for that song. Your mama must have been listening to. Who sung that? Was that the Pointer Sisters? What's that song? Romeo and Juliet? I don't remember. How are you, Juliet? Where are you calling from?
I- I'm calling from Texas.
Mm.
I'm calling from Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And this is my first time calling.
Okay.
I've sat in a couple of shows, and I just really like the vibe here.
Good.
And,
We have the best vibes. You know, I've been told by people who don't live on our planet, Planet Remix got the best vibes on planet Earth. When they come to Earth, they come here. Yeah, they come here.
Yes, indeed. I don't really know what to ask. I just thought I was just compelled to call, and I was hoping that maybe I would get inspired of what to ask, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
You a little
I was
scared?
hoping.
You a little scared? Let me give you some sparkles. Here we go, Juliet. Then some sparkles. There you go. I give you some sparkles. Sparkles always make
Thank
everything
you.
feel better. You know, we get them sparkles and it's just all good. It's just all good. That's fine. If you just wanted to call in, that's fine. If it's up to you. It's up to you. I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. If you have a question, you can ask it. If you want me to just share something with you, I can do that. It's completely up to you, darling.
If you could share something with me, that would be great.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to give you a couple of things, right?
Okay.
And I'm actually going to kind of tap into my new numerology deck here. And I want you to put this number, I want you to hold on to this number because the number is 22.
Okay.
The number is 22. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those numbers follow me all the time.
Yeah. See how that works? Isn't it so magical here? We need more sparkles. It's just so freaking magical here. I love it here. Okay. So 22, this is the number that sort of came up for you. And this is the vibe of what I call yin and yang. You know what I mean? This is the vibe of yin and yang. And so yin and yang is really about the masculine and the feminine energy. And we're talking energy here, not so much gender. Even though with you, I'm sort of feeling some sort of love connection. Like this is something you desire. I feel like there's somebody in your life because I see this person, and I'm going to keep it gender neutral here, standing kind of like over to the side by you. And you really feeling them and they really feeling you. But y'all ain't really expressed that to one another that deep yet.
Yeah, I know.
But y'all kind of feeling
We
each other.
haven't.
Yeah. And the number 22, well, the number 2 in itself is about feelings. It's about feelings. It's about emotions. And I know that's something that's very big for you. Here's the thing that I want to tell you is that we have a moon coming up, a full moon that's coming up. And this full moon is coming up right after we cross this threshold and we come into the month of June. It's actually the Sagittarius moon, a Sagittarius full moon. And I want you to pay very close attention to the things that are coming up to you, that came up to you today, and the things that are coming up in the next couple of days. In fact, I want you to get out a pen, a piece of paper, write them down. Like that's how serious they are. I want you to write them down. Here's the other thing I want to ask you, and you don't have to go into full details, but were you born, and here's the date that's coming to me. I just like literally see this written in front of me, 1994. Were you born after or before 1994?
Oh, Lord. Way before.
Okay, you were born way before 1994. Okay, perfect. Then here's the thing that I want you to know, that this is going to be some past life stuff that's coming up for you, that you're feeling right now. This is a lot of past life things that is coming up for you at this time. Actually, it's a big turnover for a lot of us at this time. A lot of us. A lot of us at this particular time, and this is going to be a big thing. Let me ask you. Tell me about you and trains.
Me and trains?
Yeah.
Trains?
Yeah. Have you ever rode a train? Ever wanted to ride a train?
Never rode a train. I would love to ride a train.
Yeah.
I would love that. That'd be so fun.
Yeah. I know you would love to ride a train. And here's the thing I'm going to tell you, because you used to work on the Pony Express. Yeah. Used to work on. Used to work on a train that sort of moved through the country at this particular time that had a lot to do with it migrated from where they used to carry a lot of things via like horse and buggy to
Mm.
actually being on a train called the Pony Express. We're not talking about the song "Come and Ride the Train." We're not talking about that. Not that train. We're not talking about that train. But it sort of took the route of when the mail used to be carried via horses. It took over that route later in history for a physical train there. So interesting enough. I wouldn't be surprised if a trip doesn't happen and one of the options is the train, or maybe you are down in Florida and you're going from one part of Florida and you hop on the train. Yeah. And where are you calling from
Okay.
again?
Oh, Texas.
Oh, you're in Texas. Or you get on an Amtrak and you go cross country on a train because the train is coming up for you. Yeah, but the number 22, pay very close attention to all of your dreams, your visions, your dreams, and things that's going on because it's really speaking to you. You know, this is sort of your higher self speaking to you. You're in the process of going through an upgrade right now. But one of the things, you're in a beautiful space today. If I go back a couple of months, we would be having a whole nother conversation. You have to
That's
focus.
very true.
Yeah, have to focus on living from the inside out and not the outside in. So I really want you to get rooted in your emotions and to understand that your emotions are just a guide. And instead of you using your emotions to determine your mood, you use your emotions to become more curious about why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Where is that coming from? Is this coming from something that I experienced in my life? If you cannot find it in your life, like don't try to force it. But if you cannot find it in your life, I want you to understand that this is a past life wound that you're working on. Okay?
Yeah.
And recognize that the best thing you can do when these moods are coming up, when you really have no notion for why it's coming up, is to observe. Go into observation mode and not reaction mode. Yeah. You're moving way too fast. You need to slow down before you have another accident, before another fall happens. Slow down. Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Because you're going through an upgrade. You're going through a beautiful upgrade right now. So continue to be curious and have fun. And don't let that be determined by other people.
Okay. Got it.
All right?
Got it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for calling in. And welcome to Planet Remix. See, that wasn't bad. Let me give you some more sparkles.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Peace and love. Hold the line.
Thank you.
How beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 3473. 3473, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Peace and love. Peace and love, Miss Blue. This is Ty. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Ty? Where are you calling from?
I am calling from North Carolina,
Okay, you're in the Carolinas. What part of the Carolinas?
Charlotte.
Oh, you're in the hub of the Memorial Day.
Yes, I am. I went to see the Little Mermaid with my grandbabies. We had a
Oh,
full day today, and
oh,
the oldest one turned 7 yesterday.
oh,
So it's
beautiful.
been an amazing weekend for us.
Oh, that sounds so amazing. And congratulations to you. And yes, the Little Mermaid. Like, oh my goodness. I know that was the best. And I'm sure that
It,
Haley did an amazing job. Yes. Hmm.
She truly did. She truly did. I really, really love the storyline. I love the fact. I mean, because I saw of course, the original animated
Yes.
one, and I just love the fact that they included the Caribbean.
Mm.
The authenticity of the colors and even the
Yes.
dialect of speaking, and it
Mm.
just was beautiful to see and to witness such a beautiful time,
Yes.
especially for us little girls and
Yeah.
things of that nature. So I
Yeah.
definitely felt blessed to be in attendance.
Yeah. I can't wait to go see it. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to go see it. And I think it's a great representation, definitely for all brown and black people or people from the African diaspora, but also for all little girls. I think it brings, or all people, so we can start to understand that we're more alike than we are different in so many ways. Yeah, I think that's
That
it.
is very true.
Yeah,
That is very true because even her sisters, the diversity of all of her sisters, from
mm-hmm.
from the
That's
fair
right.
skin all the way to the darker skin and the different
That's
ethnicities,
right.
even her dad. It was just a beautiful mix
Oh,
to
I can't
see,
wait to
and I'm
see.
really proud for
Mm.
Haley and us as a people, especially with
Yes.
Disney, right? Because we had
Oh, yeah.
Tiara. She was like a frog almost all the way through
That's
the
right.
movie.
That's
So
right.
you really didn't get to pick up. So to see her face just constantly there and her beautiful voice and her smile, yeah, it was just really nice.
Good, good. I love it because for a long time, Disney wanted us to be animals
Yes.
and insects, you know? We got the Lion King. I'm like, really?
Right.
Really? That's the best y'all can do? That's the
Exactly.
best? Yeah. But I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm
That's
gonna
how I
leave
felt
Disney
with
alone.
Princess
I
and
got
the
a lot of
Frog. I was like, yeah.
a, a lot of Disney folks follow us, so I'm gonna leave Disney alone. But yes, how can I help
Yeah,
you?
it was a
Yes.
beautiful moment to see, though,
Yeah.
like we mentioned. But I was calling just to find out if there's something that you wanted to share. But I did have a question
Mm-hmm.
as it relates. I may have sent an email, and again, I say to your uncle, I know that
Thank
you've
you.
been busy in your world and
Yeah.
things to that nature. So
Yes.
just
I am
quickly, I say in peace and light
so
to him
thank
on his
you.
transition.
Yeah, thank you so much. That means a lot.
You're very
I will
welcome.
get to the emails, but I am way behind you guys, but I am gonna make
Oh no,
my
don't
way.
worry about
I'm gonna
it.
make my way downtown.
It's
I'm gonna get in
absolutely
there.
fine.
Oh,
Take your time. Take your time.
mm-hmm.
But the question that I had is for, I want to say maybe since I was about 17, I have this unexplained cardiac arrest that my heart does,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not frequent, but when it happens, it's very present.
Mm-hmm.
And I had, I don't know, maybe about 5 times in total, but um, each time, the last time that I had it before this recent time, they had to kind of induce me into sleep, and they were talking about kind of stabilizing my heart, and if it didn't, that they were going to have to perform some type of surgery or whatever. But anyway, the ancestors, God is good, Most High, everything checked out. You know, they measured my heart,
Mm-hmm.
they looked at the chambers of my heart and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it seems like, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
when there is storm like weather,
Mm-hmm.
either approaching or
Mm-hmm.
leaving, that's when it tends to kind of peak up.
Mm-hmm.
I it, I kind of don't know if that is it, but it tends to bother me mostly,
Mm-hmm.
like when it's about to rain or storm or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And I'm trying to see if there's any connection
Mm-hmm.
to that, or am I just trying to
Mm-hmm.
make it make sense to me? I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a body scan real quick. Um, mm, mm. You used a word. You used the word that stuck out to me, and I want to ask you about this. What do you mean when you say my heart does this thing and it goes into cardiac arrest?
So I get like the whole pressure, like the grip of the heart, like my heart is not extending fully to allow oxygen to flow into and out
Mm-hmm.
of. I get the numbing sensation down my left arm. My pressure can be spiked. The EKGs will show that there is something happening. I can't remember the exact test,
Mm-hmm.
but when I was in the hospital recently, um, I think they take your blood and they measure this enzyme that produces itself in the heart, kind of like as in cardiac.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to run this particular test on me twice.
Mm-hmm.
And my EKG was showing that my heart was not in its best state. Um, but ironically, when I did go to the ER, the days that I was feeling really bad, I stayed at home and I just kind of rested. Like I went to sleep and I had some tea and I just
Mm-hmm.
tried to have my body relax itself.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't necessarily stop, but
Mm-hmm.
it subsided. So when I did speak to my doctor and I went into the ER, I walked in like literally. Um, my son had drove me, but I mean, I was able to walk but it was still present and it was still showing up on all the devices that they check to see if you're in cardiac. But
Mm-hmm.
ironically, um, the first test, the enzymes were showing kind of really high, and then the second test they were not.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of kept me for observation.
Yeah.
And I explained to them what I'm explaining to you, and I think they just was like, "Well, would you like just a muscle relaxer?" And I'm like, no, no, thank you. I just
Mm-hmm.
want to go home at this point."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for explaining that. I'll tell you what I picked up from it. So it's not in your mind that you may feel this when it's raining, which is kind of odd, but you feel this when it's raining. Because what happens is when it's raining, when it's sort of lightning, right? The
Hmm.
oxygen concentration rises more to the surface. Believe it or not, we take in more um, carbon monoxide or hydrogen out of the air than we do oxygen.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
oxygen concentration tends to rise to the surface um, when the water is there. Because what happens is when that rain comes down and it starts to saturate with the oxygen as it falls, it sort of causes an increase. This is why even when it's raining, it's easier to fall asleep. We kind of get into this sort of state and we can typically relax a little more, but it is an adjustment. One of the things I would
Mm.
recommend for you is to do some breathing exercise into breath work and learn how to run your energy different. You've had some
Mm.
heart shocking moments in your life, and you tend to allow things to take your breath away, whether that's love. These may even be words you find yourself saying, "Oh my God, you take my breath away." Or if someone is doing something to you, you say, "I feel like they're just suffocating me and I can't breathe." These are words that you naturally use. Do you find that throughout your life?
Um, I think there may have been a point where like to take my breath away, and I don't even know if I verbalized it, but it may have been a feeling
Yeah.
that I never conveyed. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
that does hold truth.
And here's another thing. Do you ever get claustrophobic?
Not really. I have a big thing about being lost, but
Mm-hmm.
outside of that, not really.
Mm-hmm. So you can be in a crowded space with a whole bunch of people and not feel like I got to get out and get some fresh air. I got to get out of this room, or I got to get out of here. Like I need to get out into the open. I need some fresh air. No. So you're okay with being in closed spaces.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's good. So here's what I'm going to tell you, it's a combination. One, it's a combination of how you run your energy in your body. I would love to see you get into taking some breath yoga classes and really retraining yourself how to breathe. One of the things
Mm.
that I seen online, it's a sister girl and she teaches singing lessons to children, but she's amazing. I can't think of her name right now. If I could get my daughter, I could tell you because my daughter took some of her classes, but she teaches these children and she drives them around in the car and they sing and she gives them exercises with their breath for them to sing. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Anybody know the sister's name that does this? And she's in the car and she gives singing lessons to the children. She has an amazing YouTube channel as well too. I want you to check her out because even though she does it for singing lessons, and I tried them out for myself because I do a lot of talking, I
Mm-hmm.
want you to be able to do some of that because that's going to help you to learn how to breathe, not breathe from your chest. Yes, Cheryl Porter. I think that's her name. Thank you, Priestess Erica.
Thank you.
Cheryl Porter. I want you to check out Cheryl Porter. And I want you, because you can go through some of her classes right there on the internet. And she has you do A-E-I-O-U. Like you'll be doing fa la 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 la. You'll be doing all of these things, but it's really about breath control. And how you run your energy through your body is very different. And she also is one of the few teachers that I've ever heard of this, where sometimes you have to speak from your brain. and it takes pressure off your throat and your chest. She knows when you need to speak from your brain or speak from your diaphragm. Most singers were taught to sing from their diaphragm, but that's not ultimately true. You need to have the breath to push it out, but you really need to come from a portion in your brain. This is why stroke victims, if you play music, they could sing the songs, but they may not be able to talk because it's a totally different function that happens in our brain. But I want you to understand that a part of this is coming from a past life. And this is a pretty ancient one, so it's going to take us way back, like to Atlantis. And in this particular lifetime, you know, it was underwater. And so you have a very unique combination with your breathing pattern and water. And because of some of the things that was happening at that particular time. And so you tend to hold most of your energy in your chest. I understand why you went to go see the mermaid, because that's a part of your lineage in Atlantis was a mermaid. And so how you're breathing, I know it's out there, but I promise you it's going to make it make sense. This is a lot, and mermaids are so emotional. They hold their emotions in their eyes and in their face. This is where mermaids hold their emotions. You can see it. They communicate telepathically. And you're a telepathic sister. You communicate telepathically. And this is a big part of what's going on. And you're learning how to adjust. So I don't feel anything is wrong, but what I would love for you to do, I'm going to make a recommendation. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I have to say that because we live in this world, right? 3D. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I don't offer advice and all of that. But I'm going to make a suggestion based on being a holistic, certified holistic practitioner, and coupled by all the other things that I do, medical intuitive, you know, channeler, psychic, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to make a recommendation for a supplement that is going to sort of help you, because when I taste your energy, I feel some missing vitamins. When these vitamins are missing in our pool, it can affect how oxygen travels through our bodies down to a subatomical level. And I think this will support you. But the main support that I want to give you, and you're doing amazing work in this area, you have to let go. The best way I'm going to tell you, Ty, to let go is to get your ass in a swimming pool and float. Surrender. It's going to force you to surrender your mind. And after doing this for a while, you will train your body to do it on spontaneous. It'll happen. Your body will know when to let go, when to let it go, when to let it go. Not let it go forever. Some things don't need to be let go forever. We need to remember, we need to experience. But you need to learn how to fully surrender. Get into a tank. What is the tank? The weightless tank, where they put the goggles on you, plug your ears, and you're in this incubative egg and float. You need to get into that tank. That's your healing. Coming from a past life in Atlantis. Coming from a past life in Atlantis. Coming from a lot of things that happen in this life and other lifetimes. And then your downloads can fully come in. I'm looking at your energy. Normally, I have a problem where I have to snatch people to get back in their bodies. You're in your body, but you're in your chest. You're too
Mm.
in that heart space, and I need you to get out of it. I need you to get out of it. And I'm trying to move you, but you keep going back, which means you've trained yourself to go back in. But I want you to be conscious of this and to remember that you don't need to force yourself to be loving, compassionate, caring, because that's already built in to your hologram coming to earth. You don't need reminders in that. You don't need to work on that. What you need to work on is loving you and living. That's what you got to work on.
Got it.
But email me and I'm going to send you a link. Andrew Lessman, HSN. I've been shouting him out for eons. And I don't get any kickback. I don't get no payments for his vitamins. They're just the best in the world. He's an ancient soul on this planet and he truly loves this work and he came here to do it. And he's done it the best of any supplement that, it's always great when we can eat the live food, but let's face it, sometimes when we've kind of fallen behind, we need something as a support system to help us get to where we need to be quicker. And his supplements, best hands down. I've never had anyone take them and tell me anything different. They're life-changing. I take them myself, my family. I recommend them to at this point, thousands of people around the world. And I want you to hit me up in email, question for Blue, put in the tagline supplement request so I know and make sure that I get to this because I'm going to recommend one of his supplements to you. And what that's going to do is just help to open you up as you're doing this and support your heart where it needs the support. There's educational videos that come with it. So you're going to understand the physical part that goes along with that. Now the Blue Room is saying, we need it too. The Blue Room is like, not just for her. We need it too. Yeah. Well, we going to take care of Ty because Ty needs to love some more on Ty. Ty has so much love. This sister right here, badass sister, and has so much love and so much dedication to anyone who even cross her path. You ain't even got to be in her path. If she cross your path, you're going to be blessed. So I want to make sure that we take care of her and give her what she needs at this time. So I want to tell you, I pulled a card from the numerology deck before you came online. Didn't know it was you, even though I knew it was you. I didn't know it was you. And guess what came up? 7777.
You can't make this up.
You can't make it up. I'm going to take a picture and send it. It's you. I was like, oh my goodness. When I realized it was you, I said, I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. I said, ooh, who coming up? 7777. The vibe of you are on the right path. And this is about you being all in and manifesting your dreams. And sometimes when we think of dreams, Ty, we think of matter. We think of material. But this is dreams of our health, of our wisdom, of our understanding, of all of these things. I want you to make sure you know that you can do that too. Like you've done so many amazing things in your life that this is a manifestation too. But this is also an understanding. So when you start to feel that and it's thundering and it's lightning, right? Number one, I don't never want to hear you say cardiac arrest. I don't want to hear you say that ever again. Don't say that.
Yes.
When that happens,
Understood. Understood.
I need you to exhale because a part of it is the anxiety. And see, when the lightning comes, the lightning, the thunder, the rain, when it's hitting the ground, it's attempting to get you to release. So the question, the deep dive is, what do I need to release? When the rain is coming, these are tears from heaven. What do I need to release? That's what I want you to ask yourself. What is it that I'm being called to release at this time? Is it a thought? Is it a pattern? Is it a person? Is it an idea? Is it a belief? Is it some sort of pain? What am I being called to release?
Understand.
Yeah. And keep up the great work. But you know, you're going to be fine. It's a check-in point that the body is telling you. Listen, if the only time we can get you to release is to scare your ass and send you to the hospital, well, you'll release then, won't you? I bet you whatever you was worried about, you wasn't worried no more. You gotta laugh about it. Yeah. Oh, you wasn't worried about it no more. Whatever you was thinking about, oh, that went out the window. That was truly a nilly vanilly moment.
Honestly, I was thinking to myself, oh no, not this sugar honey iced tea again.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But what was you thinking 48 hours prior? See, that's the real mix.
Well, I had it from home. You know what? Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes again.
Mm-hmm. So that's what it was. It said, okay, well, you know what? Here we go. It's getting ready to rain. And we know what happened. That's them ancient DNA coming up, the mermaid DNA. You can go tell your grandbabies, you know what? Nana is a mermaid. They'll be like, for real? Yes, Nana is a mermaid. And all of y'all can get mermaid outfits.
Right.
And you can take them to the pool.
Exactly.
And you can float.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I sure will. Sure will.
Oh, one last thing, Ty. I just love talking to Ty. Hold on, Ty. I'm going to give you a crystal. I'm going to give you a crystal to work with. Let me give you a crystal. Let me see. Where is it? No, not that one. Let me see. Oh, don't tell me it's trying to hide from me. All right, let's see. So I want to give you a crystal to work with. And by the way, I put the link in the blue room. I didn't put what I'm going to recommend for Ty because that is specific channeled for her. So, yeah. Now, if you walking around here and you can't breathe when it rains, call in. We gonna figure it out. We gonna figure out what's wrong with you too. But in the meantime and in between time, that was for Ty.
Oh,
It's
peace and love, family. I'm not actually in the blue room, but thank you so much. I feel the
yeah.
energy.
Yeah, they're
Oh, thank
sending
you so much.
so much love. They're sending so much love. Let me give you, no, okay, wait a minute. Where did I put it? I got a big chunk of it who sent it to me? I want to say one of the priestess sent it to me, but give me 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So here. Okay. Yeah. This is what I want you to get, a piece of aquamarina crystal. It's a really powerful stone. One of the things that's excellent for breath work. Doing any kind of breath work, it's excellent for breath work. To do it with breath work, it's excellent for working with the subconscious mind and diving deep into your soul. It's kind of like looking at the ocean. The ability to trust and to let go. It is the stone of letting go, of letting go. Matter of fact, back in ancient times, the sailors used to carry a piece of aquamarina when they were going out to sea. And one of the things that they would carry this aquamarina was because if you have an aquamarina and you're a sailor, you're going to see a mermaid. You are going to see a mermaid. It was the call of the mermaids. Shamans like to use it too because you think about it, we are covered in a world that is blue, right? That is blue. It gives the appearance of being blue. So we have the sky that gives the appearance of being blue, and we have the waters, and we live on a water planet. So it's very reflective of the sky and the sea. And it sort of kind of wraps you around in this very, very high, sort of smooth energy. It's very smooth, but aquamarina is a very high frequency energy. It carries a higher vibration because, again, it has to take you to the depths of the sea, right? To the height of the sky. So a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom, a lot of truth. It calms the nervous system down, the nervous system, anxiety, all of this, the breath. It works with that. Any kind of fluid retention in the body is there. Excellent for releasing toxins out. Believe it or not, one of the ways that we release toxins and we detox our bodies is through our breath. That is the best way to detox, is through breathing, is through our breath. And it's excellent when you want to get into listening to your higher self, your higher voice, as they say. Interesting that we talked about the sister Cheryl, because I want you to still work with that and tapping into that higher voice, and it also ignites the teacher and creativity. So I want you to get you a piece of aquamarina. I would love for you to get 2 pieces of aquamarina because you can hold them in the palms of your hand, the middle of your hand where your palm chakras are, which are the second largest chakra on the physical body. And hold them in your hand when you're praying, when you're doing meditation, when you're doing breath work, doing these things. And when you're not, get a small enough piece so you can drop it in your bra and carry it close to you. Keep it close to you because it'll help to keep that portal, your heart chakra, open and just have things flowing. Back in ancient times, just fun fact, when the whole thing about during the wedding to give the bride something blue, aquamarina was the stone that they were giving something blue to. hmm And it's made up of some of the most rarest and some of the most common minerals found on Earth, giving you the balance between highs and lows that we go through in life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So, and it's connected with the planet Venus and Neptune. So, this is, very powerful. The mantras is I am C, meaning C, SEA, the C. I am C. I am at peace. I am sky. I am at peace. So very, very powerful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Don't forget to email me.
I just love you so much.
I love you too. I'm going to
are
give you some
such a beautiful
sparkles.
being.
Thank
I'm
you.
so thankful for you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Oh, I got
Thank you.
thank you and Oracle kisses to you. But look, I got to do two things for you. Got to give you some sparkles and the grandbabies, and ring the bell because you were self-invested. Yes. So there you go.
I have to email Priestess Keisha too.
Yeah. Well, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Love you so much, Ty. And thank you. And yeah, when you email me, I will send you those recommendations. And there you go. All is well. All is well. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Hold the line. I love it. Let's go to the next caller. Where were we? Calling in from area code 6094. 6094, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Peace, Ms.Blue. This is Nika calling from New Jersey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Nika?
I'm excellent. Peace,
Good.
Planet Remix. Peace, everybody. Oh, my God. I need some sparkles, Ms.Blue, because I'm nervous.
You need some sparkles. Well, look, nothing don't get you right like sparkles. I was doing some stuff last week and I thought to myself, I need some sparkles. I need a couple of sparkles.
I have to come on here because I'm on the phone line.
Yes.
And I've been on the phone lines with you for my oldest is about to turn 7. No, my youngest is about to turn 17. My oldest is about to be 19. And you did baby lotus readings for them.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of town.
The nerve.
Oh.
The trademark. All of that. You have been you.
Oh, well, thank you for that. Oh, that is the best. Some more sparkles. Wow. And you know what? It's so crazy you say that because I got 2 emails, I want to say within the last 2 weeks, of people saying, do you still do baby lotus and growing lotus readings? I said, this is OG real right here.
Right there, right? but the fact that your wait list has been at least a year plus long for
I know
a better 12, 13 years.
I know.
Don't play
with it. Don't play. It's such a blessing. You know what? At one time, I didn't really see the big deal in it, but I noticed the reaction sometimes when I'm, chopping it up with my sisters who do this work, and I'm telling them that, they kind of give me that look like, are you for real? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I, I was like, and if people had it their
that's
way,
it. So I'm like
yes.
listening to you earlier, and I'm like, wow, Miss Blue really has to do this, and I get it because of what we're in today. But I'm just here to testify that
Hmm.
you've been trademarked, stay
Thank you.
working. I love
Thank
you.
you. I
I
love you
thank you.
too. And I'm
I
so
thank you.
glad the babies are not babies no more. Oh my goodness. Wow.
They
That's
ooh, they are amazing.
I know. Look at their mama. Amazing.
That,
I love it. I love
but
it. And I'm
I
so
just think
grateful.
about yeah. I'm so great and Sister Maya and oh my goodness.
Yes,
Like
yes.
this I can remember the time my babies were young. You guys helped me.
Wow.
Helped me through my
Wow.
like
Oh.
and you already I'm first
Hmm.
class self invested. Let
Oh
me just
yes.
add. First
Oh
class.
yes. That's the OGs
First
right there.
OG. Yeah, yeah. I don't come through. I don't I come through, I'm here, but I'm in the shadows. That's why I need sparkles. Because
Yes, yes. Well,
um
there you go. There
in
you go. I
in the
thank
chat
you.
room I am Kia's 2001.
Okay,
So that's
okay.
probably as long as I'm in the chat room. And
Mm.
then on Instagram I am Mystic and Kia.
Yes.
I am Nika from New Jersey, the remix when I call
Yeah.
in.
Oh, and you know what?
Have been,
I'm gonna say this. I'm glad you said that. You guys gotta let me know who y'all are on the gram. I know y'all think I'm always
well,
out here with my spidey senses and I should just know, but some of these names, I love the names,
I
but
don't
some
care.
of
I know you know, yeah, I know. I don't care. I know a question from question from Blue
I'm like,
at
who is
Gmail.
this?
Word. Like I know how to reach out. Like I
Yes.
don't, like
Beautiful. Beautiful.
that's
So
just how
just let
I
me
am.
know if you guys know, and maybe I'm just not knowing who y'all are. You just have to let me know. You just have to let me know. Hmm. Yes.
But
Oh,
I do want a numerology card, please.
oh, I
Something.
have one for
I
you. Even before you came
thank,
on, I have one for you.
thank
And the vibe of this frequency, I absolutely love 6 6. And it is the vibe of frequency. It is speak creatively, abundance into life. This is the vibe of
God.
speaking creation. We're talking about activating your reality. This is a big part of it. Speaking your reality, speaking these creative things, you know, it will bring more abundance in your life, in all areas of your life. So, this tells me, Anika, that there is something that you are working on, a project of creativity that you might have kind of put it down. You kind of tap, 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 maybe tapped it on its head, and you
Mm.
put it down. But now
I
it's
have so
time,
many of
time,
those things.
time to pick it back up.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you some checkpoints. 2017.
Okay.
Look and see what you was working on in 2017, and go back to
Okay.
1994. Those are going to be the two places to take a look. 2017 and 1994. Those are going to be the two places to take a look. And I feel like it's
Okay.
some sort of community support or support. Looks like support for women because I'm seeing a circle of women. I see you teaching women, a circle of women teaching. Mm,
That's right.
yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love it.
you.
I love it. And I
I
thank you
love
so
thank
much for
you.
coming on. That means the world to me. And I know you guys are out there listening because when I see the download numbers, I'm like, geez.
That's what keeps me in the shadows. I'm like, you've been that way. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't, that's too many people,
Yeah.
man. But I appreciate what you do, and thank you so much for
Mm.
your work and doing your work. I really do.
Well, thank you. I love you. And let me know. Let me know what you working on, cuz I see a circle of women, and whenever I see a circle of women, it usually has something to do around some sort of healing work. Um so look back
Yes.
2017, 1994, and see what it is. See what it is. It's there for you. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm excited. Looks good. Everything looks good. Your energy looks good. Everything looks good. I would love for your root chakra to be a little bigger. Just saying.
Okay.
I don't know if you moving, plan on moving, but
Mm.
renovating some
Okay.
sort of something. Something.
I'll work for it.
Yeah.
I got you.
I would like if I had to be picky, that's where I'm gonna be picky.
Yes.
Just that, because it
Thank
looks like you want to make some changes in your home. Like these are changes there.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
All
I
right.
did want one. Wait, one second.
Yes.
One.
Yes.
So my root chakra. Um. Okay. All right. I'm
No.
gonna
No.
leave it
No.
at that. I thank you, Miss
No.
Blue.
Say it.
I was just. I think a crystal. I'm thinking a
You want a
crystal.
crystal? I'll give you a crystal.
Yeah.
I'm in a crystal kind of mood.
Oh, and that man. Like, I want to email you, like the lady about to before you, but with the heart. And I'm
Oh,
glad you said that because when she said cardiac arrest, that was like an arrest for me. Like, oh my God, like that is shocking. People, like I'm
what?
glad you said don't say that.
Yeah. Don't
If
say
that's not what
that.
it was,
Yeah, we can't say that word.
we can't speak like that. Yes.
We can't say that word.
Ooh.
We can't say that
But
word.
like that, what I went to the HSN, I saw the link.
You seen the
But go ahead. I'm
link.
sorry.
Yeah, you seen the link. Okay, so for the
Mm-hmm.
crystal for you, you remember my bag I used to have back in the day? I used
Mm-hmm.
to shake that bag of crystals and I had a whole bag of crystals. I still
Yes.
have it. It's just not in this room. And
Okay.
I'm gonna use the crystals I got on my altar here, my desk, and see what spirit comes up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Okay, so here we go. The crystal that came up for you is fluoronite. I love fluoronite. I love fluoronite.
Mm.
And the fluoronite crystal is the one that's pink and it's white. Because, you know, this is because fluoronite comes in all different colors. So it's actually clear and it's kind of purple. It looks pink, but it's
Okay.
like clear and purple fluoronite. It's a translucent kind of crystal. If you ever seen
I
fluoronite,
hear.
this
Mm-hmm.
crystal, excellent crystal because it brings all the minds together. You know, the mind in our head, the heart mind together, and our gut mind. It brings the minds together with the intuition. Excellent for that. Excellent for psychic development. Excellent to use for that. And it allows us to be able to sort of hone in and identify and our blocks, things that are our blocks,
Mm.
and to overcome these blocks and sort of take things from the unseen to bring them to the seen and bring our ideas out into the open. So just kind of opening up that creative portal that is there.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing about fluoronite that it does, I'm going to say this in sort of an old world language, and then I'm going to kind of break it down a little bit into our higher vibrational language. It protects
Mm.
you from self deception and negativity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you why this is so important. Because, of course, the greatest protection is really staying true to who we are and having a pure heart and a clear mind. And even though that sounds simple, we know sometimes certain circumstances in our lives, that's not as easy to do because of things that are happening around. But what fluorinite does is it really sort of kind of removes the veil, hence the reason it's opaque. It's opaque in its nature and sort of translucent. Yeah, so you can kind of look through, but it looks a little foggy. But one of the things I noticed is if you hold the fluorinite in your hand, and after you've cleared it and charged it with your energy, and you hold it in your hand, you can even put it on your heart, and you ask a question and hold that up to the light, the fog will go away and it will be
I was
clear.
thinking it was murky.
Yes, the
Okay.
murkiness is going to go away because it has a way of removing the veil. And as soon as you see it clear, I want you to put it back in your hand and wait for it. Like literally wait for your higher self, God, the universe, most high, divine, whatever you choose to say, to drop that into your consciousness, to drop that dew into your consciousness from your pineal gland. And it's going to help you see, am I deceiving myself right now? Am I? It helps you from that, as well as deception that could be happening on the outside. Why is this important? Because it keeps you from distractions, simply. And it allows us to work on the things that's closest to our heart. Notice the things that we want to work on and do. It could be as simple as, I'm going to clean the car out today. We will let anything distract us from doing what we really want to do. So this is excellent for that. It's also excellent for helping you to absorb information that you need. Like it's literally going to be bing, bing. You're going to know, oh, I need to remember that. Oh, that's going to be one I'm going to keep. You're going to hear all of this that comes in. But ultimately, fluorinite is known and used because it helps to bring all of the energy together and sort of helps you realign and redefine your energy, mind, body, and spirit, and brings it holistically so you can access all of your spiritual gifts.
Beautiful.
Yep, so that's the crystal. So you trying to tell me you got something going on with your heart?
Always. I've heard like all that
Okay.
love, like it,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a whole Virgo, Ms.Blue.
Well, listen, let me
and
ask you, do you
listen,
smoke? Do you smoke?
Absolutely. Yes, I
Okay,
do.
okay.
Yes.
I didn't guess. I knew you were going to tell me the truth because I know who you are, but that's your issue. Stop smoking. I mean, no.
I hear you. I receive it.
Look, but listen to what I'm saying. You got to cut it down. You got to cut it down
I understand.
till you can learn how to run your energy different. That's your issue.
And so let me just tie that to the 2017 that you told me about in the project. That is tied to that. So yes, it is.
Perfect. So let me get you a vitamin.
Thank you.
See what happened when we can just be who ourselves. You can get what you want easily. There it is. But really, that's it. You just need something to help you with the phlegm. I'm going to encourage you. This is my word. I'm going to encourage you because there's other ways that you can get what you need without smoking. You're lung sensitive. Why are there so many people coming up lung sensitive? Believe it or not, because many of us, either we came from other planets that were water concentrated, meaning some sort of liquid or what we call water, or most of us, we had ancient lives that have come from Lemuria or
Mm.
Atlantis. And especially when we're dealing with Atlantis, Lemuria too, but Atlantis, I see tons of doing the Akashic record readings. I see tons of issues, even for people who don't smoke. They could be vegan, they could be, but they have lung challenges.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reminder of a support system energetically, but you can overcome that. But sometimes, we like to push the button as being in these human bodies. We like to push the button. We really do. We want to
Right.
push the button and, we just want to do what we want to do. And I get it because I have that with me as well too. With some things I attempted to push the button. It didn't go so well, but I tried it.
Understood. Mm-hmm.
I tried it. I
Mm-hmm.
tried it. So
Did you?
childish. I tried it. Let me ask you a question. Are you having any issues with the blood?
Mm, not that
No.
If I know what supplements I need to really take.
Any
Um,
blood? Only reason I ask because I see your blood kind of rise and then fall, and like I'm seeing it do move around in your body. I'm just
it will.
curious. Curious.
It will.
Hmm.
It will. I'm private, Miss Blue.
I know
You
you
got
are.
millions
I
of
know you are.
people.
Well, I'm just gonna. I'm
I'm
just.
like, it's stuff,
I'm
it's
just.
things.
I'm just gonna load you up. Then you hit me an email, and I got three. When I say these three amazing supplements, when you take them, you're gonna find an alternative to smoking. Whether that's chewing on a gummy, you're gonna do something else because you're gonna feel so good.
Understood.
You ain't gonna want to do it. But other than that, that's
Yeah.
it. It's not your heart that's the issue. It is truly your lungs, not your heart. But the heart gets impacted
Understood.
when the breath is impacted, just like when we were kids and we play who can hold their breath the longest. Well, we did that. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
all kids did that, but you hold your breath long enough and eventually your heart will be impacted by it. Hmm. Yes, and one last thing, my love, you got to move your body.
Yes.
Move the body. Just move the body. I mean, put on some act bad.
I,
Act bad. Just
I will.
and dance a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. Give them a little shaky, shaky. Love you so much,
Got it.
Anika. Send me an email and I will get those. Give me 24 hours, but I wrote notes down for
No
you.
problem.
I
I
wrote
know you
notes.
will. I thank you.
Yes, I love you. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Peace.
Kiss.
I love you too. Peace, Remix family. Peace, everybody. Enjoy. Have a great summer.
Yes, and kiss the grown babies for me.
Oh, God. I hug them and love them up. And
Yes.
you do the same.
All right. Thank you. Here's
Thank you.
peace and love.
Bye-bye. Peace, peace.
Hmm.
Peace and love.
What a beautiful call. Oh my goodness. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 2023. 2023, you are live on Planet Remix. Please wait. 20?
Hi.
Hello, greetings. Who's on?
Hello.
Hello. You know what? Who's on the line?
Naboli.
Who?
Naboli.
Say Nabori?
I don't think I've ever called before. Naboli. Yes. I haven't ever called
That's
before.
okay.
Not that I know
Your
of.
name is beautiful. I'm just kind of not from this planet. So sometimes I hear different things. So I just want to make sure I don't mess up anybody's beautiful name. Nabori?
No. Naboli.
Nabali. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, na boilie, like boil water, na boilie.
Oh, Naboli. Ooh, beautiful. What does it mean? I know this has a meaning.
It does, it does. So it's first flower, basically, is how it translates in the best way. That's the simplest of it, yeah.
Yeah. And where is its origin? Do you know?
Ghana, Ghana. My dad is
Ghana.
from Africa.
Okay. I have a godson from Ghana. Yes.
Nice.
Give you a sparkle on that one. Named Kevin. I love
Thank
him.
you.
Thank you for calling in. And where are you calling from again? Please tell us.
Washington, D.C.
You're calling from DC. Ooh. All right. Well, welcome on in. This is your first time calling in. And Naboli, did I say it right?
You did. Yeah,
Oh,
you sure did.
perfect. Naboli, I just realized I forgot to do something. I didn't send a message out to the text line. My apologies to everyone. I didn't. But if you're not on that remix text line, you might want to get on there. Yeah. I just realized when you called in. So this is going to be an interesting call. So, yes, how can I help?
Well, there's so many things going on, but can I ask if you, whatever you get, could you just give me that? Whatever you're receiving from me.
I certainly can. Here's the thing. Sometimes Miss Blue is a little curious. I don't know if you picked that vibe up. You know, code word for sometimes, I can get a little nosy. Sometimes I'll tap into something and it may not be what you want to discuss. So I always tell people,
fine. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You
I'm
know,
up for it. Let's do it.
I'm just saying it may not be what you want to talk about.
I mean, let's talk about it. Chop it up.
Okay, all right.
I'm open.
Okay, so talk about. You want to say hi, Baby Blue?
Hi, everybody.
That's my daughter. She just wants to say hi to everyone.
Hey,
We're a real
Brittany.
family here.
Yes.
Hey, mods. I see you, mods.
Yeah, that's Dante,
Yeah, look at Lola.
Lola,
Hi, Miss
and
Lola.
Lance. There goes Lance, too.
Okay.
All right, enough. Bye. Close the door. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, all right. So here is the thing, and often when I see this symbol, it really just it anytime I see this symbol, I kind of know what it is. But I'll tell you, you're looking to have another chance. And I just kind of see you asking the universe to give you another chance. The other thing that I see a gentleman standing on the side. There is some distance, so I don't know. It kind of feels as though this could be either a relationship that never was or a relationship that possibly is or a relationship that kind of is, but not where you want it to be. And I really feel that this is you sort of torn between two things. And somehow you will have to choose in between the two. Like it could be work and the person, or it could be another person, or where you stay and where they stay. I just feel like you're kind of stuck with having to make this choice. And you're in between the two.
Wow. Okay, you went somewhere. You
Yeah, I got
definitely
some
went
I got
somewhere.
some top tier magic over here, girl.
Come on now. Come on now with it. Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. I think the way I'm approaching things is that I'm not seeking, but I like you said, it's a person. He's distant.
Yes.
He's around, but I'm distant. We're distant from each other. We don't. I don't actively pursue him. He doesn't actively pursue me.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that my position at this point, because I actually thought about it this weekend, is that I really am focusing on things that are present, like in my immediate circle, myself, my young people that I'm still somewhat raising.
Yes.
And it's kind of a heady thing. It's not. It's more of a heady thing.
Yeah.
And the different projects that I have going on, job, all of that stuff. That has been my life for so long that relationship is not heavy. It's not heavy for me, and I don't believe it's heavy for him. He doesn't pursue in any way that shows me that. So it's not a. But he's there. Yeah, he's actually more there now because I asked him to go ride out to Virginia with me this weekend. So it's a little different. That's probably why you really see him right now, because I'm pretty sure that he has things on his mind that he's probably not even comfortable enough to talk about. So you're right. You're on point. You're on point. You're on point.
Yeah.
You're on point.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're on
So,
point.
well, there you go. I
I know
mean,
I'll have to choose eventually, but I'm not stressed out or bothered by that.
well, here's the thing. I want you to know that more than what's being presented in front of you, you
Yeah.
sort of set this up for yourself. And if you approach it from that position, why would I create a scenario where I would have to make a choice? That's what I want you to ponder.
Okay. Yeah.
You see, because it's going to bring you in a different kind of way of maybe something you didn't think of. And we're going to talk about that beep in the background. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that beep. We're going to talk about that beep, flower child.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want you to think of it that way, because deep down inside, maybe so deep in your subconscious, you're really a love child that really wants this opportunity for love. But I think you've convinced yourself. You've convinced yourself, after seeing all the things that you've seen and the things you've experienced, that you're not going back down that road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want you to know that whether you be honest with anyone is not important, but acknowledge it for yourself. It will bring you a level of freedom, a level of clarity, and spiritual growth by acknowledging it to yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about the beep. So that beep that's going off, and this is something my spirit guides have taught me a long time ago. In fact, if you were in the Blue Room, or even if you were in these physical streets or cosmic streets and you ran into a member of Planet Remix, they all know what the beep means. And you're going to know what that beep means. That beep means that, first of all, let's talk about the smoke detector, the alarm system, the carbon monoxide, whatever is beeping. That this is a warning. This is a warning.
Mm-hmm.
not to be in fear, but this is a warning. This is your house sort of speaking to you, like the spirit, the essence of your house, letting you know that something is going on. It's happening right in
You need to pay
front of
attention.
you, and you're missing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, this
Yeah.
is
I got you. I got you.
the example I get. Mm, Niboli, Naboli, Naboli,
Naboli. Naboli.
Naboli,
Yeah.
Naboli. Here's the example. It's like, have you ever put your car keys down? Or we don't do keys anymore. Your car fob down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just take the whole key system away. Because I recognize everybody don't have car, but we do got phones. Have you ever put your phone down and get ready to walk
Yeah.
out the door and then say, oh my goodness, where did my phone go? And you go all through the house, all through everywhere, looking all over the place, only to discover the phone is looking at you right there in front of your
That's
face.
you.
It's looking at
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Yes.
And you say, oh my
Yes.
goodness, I swear this phone was not right here. Phone is watching you. So
Yeah.
this is what the beep is doing. But one of the things I will tell you, change it. Because speaking of which, we're talking about Memorial Day. And I know on the East Coast, you guys have just crossed over into midnight. But on Memorial Day, which was a war, not that war, but if we go back to like World War One, World War Two, that
Mm-hmm.
beeping sound
Yeah.
that we now have inside of our smoke detectors, fire, carbon monoxide alarm systems is the same beep they would use for prisoners of war to drive them insane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Get up.
And it
Okay. Did not
literally,
know that. No.
yeah, it disturbs your
Nervous
frequencies
system.
and patterns in your nervous
Yeah.
system, but more importantly, in your
That makes sense.
brain. And they used it to drive them insane.
Mm.
Literally.
I'm gonna have to ask my son to fix that. Yeah, because
Yes.
we put new battery in it, and I've been like, "Why is that thing still beeping?"
Yes.
It's like it's still like it's some electronic something, and I'm gonna get him to sit with it tonight.
Yes.
He's
To
awake.
to check
Yeah.
it, to reset it. And then here's the other thing. Most of the time, people with the beep, they will say, I don't even hear it anymore. And let me tell you why that's even more
Yeah.
dangerous. That means it's in your
Mm-hmm.
subconscious
Mm.
because it done made it past your mind. Now it's in your subconscious. And so I
Right.
promise you, when you fix that beep, the clarity that you're seeking, even that other question you said, I wouldn't dare ask that on air because I know it. You will get clarity in 36 hours after you fix that beat.
God.
Yep. You're a
Yeah, fix that beat.
highly intuitive sister. And this is going to give you the clarity that you need. Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Thank you.
You're
I
so
appreciate you, and I thank you so much. I thank you absolutely so much. Thank you.
you're so
You got to get
welcome.
on that.
Oh, you too. Peace and love to you, and thank you for being a part of Planet Remix. Let me give you some more sparkles before you go. There you go.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you. Hold the line. Oh, how beautiful. How
All
beautiful.
right. Peace.
Peace and love. How beautiful. Let's go to the next caller. Did I go to this caller already? Why do I feel like I went to this caller already? Let me see where I'm at on this list. Let me see where I am, all of you guys on here. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 5109. 5109, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
My name is Mary Ann, and I'm calling from California.
Mary, Mary, why you bugging? Hi, Mary. Is this your first time calling?
Hi. No, it's my second time.
Mm. Well, beautiful, Mary. I'm going to give you some sparkles. I just feel like you need them, and Spirit said give them. There you go. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Mary. How can I help?
Yeah, right now I really feel I'm in a very dark place. Um, all my relatives are gone except for all my siblings, mama, daddy, grandma. Everybody's passed away. Only thing I have left is a couple of nieces and nephews and my three children. Now the situation is my kids. They're just, I don't know. They're dealing with their demons, and it's like I don't have any peace.
Mm.
It's like one of them in particular, I've been called everything but mama, and I hate you, and I don't know where all this is coming from, but it's getting to the point sometimes where I don't even want to wake up in the morning. I just feel so alone. It's gotten to the point, I've been physically and mentally abused by this particular child, and it's gotten to the point where I told my sister-in-law who lives in another state, if you can find me a place to stay, I'll take my youngest one. I mean, these aren't young kids. These are like, my youngest is 29. My oldest is 40. My other one's about to turn 31.
Yeah.
It's like, if you can find me a place there, I will move there. I don't know if there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and if it is it a pinhead, or they're on waiting lists for their own place, or will they be getting calls soon for their own, especially the daughter? If she's about to get a place, or will my place come through? And I'm
It's
at my
okay.
wit's end.
Yeah.
I'm just so
Yeah.
tired right
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And my son speaks so highly of you. You talked to him several times.
Mm.
But
And he
so
around there
he told me,
talking
call this.
crazy. He talk. That's not the one talking crazy to you, is it?
No, he's
Oh.
not the one. It's the daughter. I got two boys, and it's the daughter. My son, you probably know him. His name is Dante. And you've talked to him several times.
Yes.
Your daddle or Sadoodle or whatever he calls himself.
Yes, I
it's not him.
love Dante. Amazing young man. You did a wonderful job. Wonderful job. Wonderful job with Dante. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I want you to understand. And I'm just going to kind of chime into your energy, Miss Mary. And I want you to hear me. And I know you will, because you got through on the line. And that's not easy to do. You got through. So it was meant for you to get through. Number one, I want you to think about moving. I want you to think about moving.
I am.
I want you to seriously, because I feel like you've been down this path before, but you turn back. And I get it. I'm a mother. I get it. But here's the other thing I want you to understand. A lot of times when things are happening, we don't get the clarity sometimes till years down the road, right? Years down the road. Like, I'm not talking about, understanding maybe why you lost a job or why a relationship ended. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about things that make no sense, right? Like things that make no sense. And we stay baffled on, this doesn't make any sense. Why is this child? Why is this sister? Why is this brother? Why is this mother? Why is this father? Why are they doing this? It makes no sense. Makes no sense. And it's not supposed to. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
The situation you're being presented with is a situation, and stay with me here, that you kind of set up for yourself. Maybe not in this fashion. I don't think any mother would set that up. But let's say that you said, let's talk this way. You said to God, the universe, the Most High, you said, you know what? If the year 2023 comes and I haven't started to grow, to love myself more, to get out and live life more, and to know that I deserve someone to love me and care for me, not just your children, but to have a union and to be able to peacefully walk outside and maybe have a little garden or sit on the porch and watch the sunrise. And if I want to read my book, read my book. If I want to, go to church and go to sleep at night and not have to worry about is something going on. And I just want to have this peace. Then do whatever it takes to move me. Let's just say you said that. You put that out there. So comes along one of your children. In particular, a child, because I see this child has addiction issues.
Yes.
And when someone is dealing with any kind of addiction, when they are in the position where this addiction is speaking for them, then we can hear a tune of either something so beautiful, because can't nobody con you faster than someone who has an addiction. But by the same token, can't nobody talk to you crazier than someone who's addicted. And it's a very challenging relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You've done everything you can for your children to the best of your ability. And you're an amazing, wonderful, loving mother. And sometimes it's hard for us to watch someone we care and we love about not following a path that we want them to follow. But we don't know what their intentions was. That is a higher mission that may have came from God or the universe for them to be here. That's as much as we would want to control that, that's not for us to do. And the reason I'm telling you that, so you don't feel no kind of guilt that you caused this. You didn't cause this. Okay. This was her choice. And maybe, Miss Mary, if you moved out of the way, because you've been fighting battles for everybody but yourself for a long time.
Years.
Yeah.
Years.
And you have been the one to suffer, to take on their lessons, their burdens, which many mothers, we do this for our children and we do this wholeheartedly. Just maybe God is saying to you, Mary, can you move a little over to the side and let me handle this? And what I want you to do is to focus on you, to take care of you. And I know it's difficult when you're dealing with a child that has an addiction. And sometimes the ultimatum is just, you either go get some support or leave. And I get you don't want to do that. And that's fine. But now you have to get out of your addiction. And that is thinking that you are here to save everybody. So I'm honestly going to tell you that a move sounds amazing, but I want you to initiate the move. I get that you want your daughter-in-law to help you, but here's where I need you to muster up this courage. And I will share something with you. You said something, and instantly it reminded me of my mother when you said, all of my siblings, grandparents, parents, everybody's passed away. My mother is the youngest of 18 children. 18 children. She's the youngest. And my uncle just passed away a couple of weeks ago, and my mother is the last one standing. The last one. You understand? So I don't just understand or imagine what that feels like. I'm in the process of supporting my mother during this time because I can only imagine, because I have my siblings. She doesn't have. Her father passed away when she was like 3 or 4. Her mother passed away when she was 13. She was the last child at home. And out of her 18 brothers and sisters, 15 of them, she helped them cross over to the other side and took care of them. Literally, I watched my mother do that. And I honestly, I'm a bad chick, but I don't know if I had the strength to be able to do that. And so I send you so much love. But to know that you are never alone, and I know you know that, but I understand what you're missing in this physical world. And to have one of your children that, as mothers, we have hopes and dreams for our children. And I don't want you to give that up. I don't want you to give up on your daughter. But what I do need you to do is I need you to keep living. Because you deserve that for you. You deserve to be in a place of peace. You deserve to have a life that's worth living. You deserve to walk outside and be able to take your shoes off like when you were little and walk in the grass and just be at peace. And so it's time for you to stand up for you and what you need, and to put those first. It's going to be the healthiest thing that you can do for yourself, your children, and everyone connected to you. So I think it's beautiful, beautiful for you to start making your way of moving somewhere different, something new, a change, a fresh start for yourself. But I need you to initiate that. I need you to be involved in the process. I need you to get activated and standing up in that way. Especially if you're living in a situation where you can't put your daughter out or you can't tell her to go somewhere else, then you have to go somewhere else. And here's the thing. If you can go on vacation, if you could get away for a week or 2 weeks to go so you can get out of that environment, even if it's one night staying in a hotel, very nice hotel somewhere near you, just so you could clear your mind and be at peace, have a conversation with God, the universe, higher self, the ancestors, and talk about it. You deserve that. You deserve that. But I'm honestly going to tell you, I see beautiful, beautiful freedom like you've never experienced in your life. And I also see love. I see love. I see life for you. And I know that getting out of that environment, it will be able to bring it to you.
Okay.
And
yeah. I've been looking,
yeah. Well,
but it's just
you
I'm on low income, and it's
that's
just,
okay. Listen, they're giving away low income vouchers to places like Hawaii. You can transfer it. So I want you to start getting on the internet. Get your son Dante to get to looking on the internet, doing some research, and you two sitting down and really getting the contact information you need. Low income, I don't want you to use that word. I want you to put yourself on you have a set budget. It's not low income. No such thing as low income. No such thing. So you could transfer. You could see about, can you transfer your voucher? Transfer it to, where is the place you were thinking about moving to?
to Las Vegas.
To
I'm
Vegas.
in California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To see about going
But
to. I'm listening.
the housing that I'm in, I've already inquired about all that, and they don't transfer. I'm on some kind of HUD rule.
It's not up to HUD. It's not up to the place you're in to do that. You call Las Vegas and see what it would take for you to get on the list. See what it would take for you to transfer. That's what you do. You work from back to where you at, not where you at to back. Sometimes the people who work in the environments we're in is just as limited as that environment. So you don't talk to them. Talk to the people in Las Vegas. But again,
okay,
you have the power to make this move. I need you to do what you have to do. Take a nice shower, wash yourself off, and just like washing off all of it, let it all flow out. Suds up real good. Turn it on as cool as you can and rinse yourself off. And then I want you to get out a pen and a piece of paper, and I want you to start writing things down as they come to you, because a lot of things come to you and you can see them coming. And I want you to tomorrow, because tomorrow's Tuesday, most people are back to work. You get that information and you start calling down there, and you don't call down there like you low budget, like nobody got to help you. No. You're calling down there with authority. And you let them know, listen, I need housing in Las Vegas. And I need to know what I need to do. Here's my situation. Who do I need to talk to? What list do I need to get on? What information? Give me the number. Give me the name of the person, please, to assist me. And you don't stop until you make some things happen. And every day you spend an hour working on that. Every day. Meanwhile, as much money as you can put away and save, put it away. Do you cook? Are you a good cook?
Yeah, I'm a good cook, but I mean, I'm 67. I told my kids, okay, I'm stopped cooking. I'm retired.
Listen,
you guys are grown. Y'all cook your own food.
Well, I don't want you to cook. I don't want you to cook for them. And 67 is young. 67 is the new 40. Because if you can cook good, you can start selling plates to people in the building, in the neighborhood. I want you to get creative. And I also want you to know that where there's a will, there will be a way. And you have to change your thinking. It's going to take a little bit of time because you kind of set in your ways. But sweetie, 67, life has just begun. You need to start living. And at least pick one day a week to get out and go see something different. Go to a museum. Go to a store you never been to. Go somewhere. Not to buy nothing, but I need you to see something different. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks good. And once again, we love your son. I love your son. I love Dante. He's an amazing young man. He really is. And you've done an amazing job with him. And he knows a lot too. He knows a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
And he makes no qualms about how much he loves his mama. He makes that clear. Very clear. Yeah. And you hear that? That's what we call your throat chakra. It's opening you up. Listen, more sparkles. There you go. Well, Miss Mary, it was so good speaking with you. And I thank you so much for calling in. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
So peace and love. We are here to support you. So I know you got this. Peace and love.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. And that's it. Dante, you get on it. Start making some connects with people in Las Vegas. Anybody in Vegas out there got a place for rent? Place, help out, family, make those connects. It's beautiful. Let's go to the next caller. Oh, I got to talk to Dante's mom. I feel so special. I love you guys. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code. Is this space 0? Who's on the line, please? You don't know you space 0? Okay. Going once. Going twice. Gone. All right. Space 0 ain't want to say nothing. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 8544. 8544, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. Eight, 5, 4, 4. Okay. We know what it means. 8, 5. Am I saying it right? 8, 5, 4. Yeah, 8, 5, 4, 4. Thank you so much. You must have been reading my mind. Hope all is well. I sent this to the wrong person. Okay, let's go to, we're going to try one more. But you know what they say, 3 times the charm. 7189, 7189, you're live on Planet Remix. Uh-oh. Hello? Uh-oh. It's interference. The spirits are coming through and we love it, but we can't hear you. So hold the line. Listen, Soul Family, that's a wrap. No, they wasn't sleep. That was the ancestors coming through. Very powerful. But listen. Yeah, they might have been on an airplane. Go figure. Listen, Soul Family, that is going to do it for us here. It was so good for all of us to connect here tonight. And being back in the house. I love you all. I'm still trying to figure out what day we're going to be doing the shares. But make sure you like and subscribe because that way you'll know whenever we go live. Don't forget to get on the chat line as well, Planet Remix text line as well. I love you all. And don't forget to download, and, pass the show on to a friend, and you guys are doing that. We are forever growing and evolving here on planet Earth. That's what we doing. I'm going to give you, maybe one of the mods can put the text line in the blue room so you guys can have that. And don't forget, for those of you who are working with the Galactic e-files, that you have that for the month of June coming up, and you are working with the files because there's so many amazing things happening this month and so many things for us to do. So make sure you download, and do me a favor. Make sure you hit the notification bell and make sure you leave a comment. Let's see if we can blow up the comment section. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I would love to sit back and just read all of your comments because you leave the best comments in the world. Maybe we can share our top 3 takeaways. And then if you listen to the share all the way to the end, in the comment section after the show, you will leave the little DNA symbol down below. And that's going to let me know that you were here. You were here the entire time, 3 hours plus. Now, it's time for us to activate our realities. And we do that by not only recognizing that we are creating our reality, but we're also putting certain things in place for us to overcome, for us to learn from, for us to evolve from. And instead of asking, why is this happening? What is going on here? We begin to asking a different kind of question, like, why would I put this in place for myself at this time? What is it that I'm attempting to experience here in this moment at this time? And go from that perspective. Yeah. Well, thank you all. Activate your reality. And let's keep knowing our magic. I will see you all in these cosmic streets. I think I will hang out. I haven't hung out in the cosmic streets in over 3 weeks. So I think I will hang out a little bit in the cosmic streets. So that's going to do it for us, soul family. Oracle kisses. Peace and love, soul family. Peace and love. Ciao.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed at dial.
Y'all like them beats? Shouts out to the moderators. Peace and love. Oh my goodness. Let's get out of here. Go activate your reality. Love you all.